Hi kids, and welcome to Art Time with Glory. I am so happy that you are here to join me for a fun, spectacular Halloween art class. I love Halloween, and I am just so excited to share our art project today, which will be monster rolls. We are going to be creating Frankenstein, a ghost, jack-o'-lantern, and a one-eyed or three-eyed monster, whatever you decide. But before we get started, we need to go over the list of materials that you're going to need in order to complete the entire project. But I also want to remind you that if at any time you're having a hard time, you can always stop and pause the video and ask for a grown-up to come and help you. All right, let's get started. Let's go over what we're going to need to complete our project. Are you ready? Because I know I am. Yay! So in order to start our art project, we need to make sure that we have everything we need. First, need 4 rolls of toilet paper rolls, at least 4 to 5 sponges, and about 3 Q-tips. You also want to have a couple of googly eyes. You can have different sizes, and also a painter's palette, little round circle cardboard or square, whatever you have. And the next thing you'll be needing is your paints. Just make sure you have teal, yellow, green, white, orange, and black. And so the following item is streamers, black and white. Or if you prefer another color, that's fine, but you'll need at least 3 pieces of white streamer for the ghost, and you'll need 9 pieces of black streamers for the other monster rolls. And what you want to do is make sure they're at least 12 inches. If you have a ruler, you can measure it. So let's measure this so you can see that it's about 12 inches. Same thing with string. You'll need string. You can use yarn or whatever string you come across, and it will also be 12 inches. So you can see right there, the string is 12 inches long. There we go. So we're going to get started with our sponge painting. Make sure you insert 3 fingers into your paper roll and start painting your ghost. So here we go, all the way around. Make sure that you get every part of your toilet paper roll covered in white paint. Just remember that we are going to add a second coat of white paint, but first we're going to start with the first coat and make sure you got it all the way around. See how quick that is? It's not that hard. Once you are done, just place it down and do the same process, but you're going to grab another sponge and do the same formation. Put 3 fingers in your toilet paper roll, dip your sponge onto the orange. We're going to do the jack-o'-lantern and paint. This one also is going to get a second coat of paint. So when you are done covering this toilet paper roll with orange, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to place it next to the white ghost and let it dry. I'm going to add a little bit more. Here we go. Yes, look at that. I'm loving this bright orange. I'm going to have to add a second coat, but that's okay. That's the fun part, adding paint. Okay, here we go. I think I got every area. Just a little tap here, there. Tap, tap. And spread it around. I think we're about just done. Now, put it next to the white ghost. Grab another sponge. Now we're going to dip it into teal. We're going to work on the monster roll. So there we go. Put your finger in the toilet paper roll and paint. Paint, paint, paint. Away. You could tap. You could go vertical, horizontal, whichever way you want. It's your monster roll. Look at that gorgeous color. I really love using teal. It's a really bright, gorgeous, beautiful color. All right, we are almost done. Here we go. Just a little bit more. And I'm going to do the same thing. Once I am done and I feel that my toilet paper roll is completely covered in teal, I'm going to set it aside. And wait a minute, I missed a spot. Oops, that's okay. Here we go. All right, now it's ready. Oh, not quite. Now it's ready. All right, last one. Guess what color? Green, yellow. Frankenstein. Dip your sponge and do the same thing you did to your ghost, jack-o'-lantern, and your future three-eyed or one-eyed monster, whatever you decide you want it to be. All right. I can't wait to show you how my little Frankenstein is going to turn out. So just do the same thing. Make sure that you get your green and yellow all around. Don't miss a spot. And there you go. Just put your finger and twirl it around. Not twirl it, but just twist it around so you can get every single part of your art piece covered in green, yellow paint. Okay, little dab here or there. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's turning out very nice. Now I'm gonna put it aside. Okay, so we're getting ready to start adding the second coat of paint onto our toilet paper roll. Insert your finger into the toilet paper roll and grab your sponge. Make sure it's adjusted well and dip it onto your white paint and paint over again. All right? So this is just to make sure that it's super white so your ghost is white and spooky and his eyes will stand out once we paint the eyes on. So make sure that every part of your toilet paper roll is completely painted white. And my ghost is looking pretty good. I am liking the way it's turning out. I'm gonna add a little bit more here and there. Just keep adding. If you see a spot that needs a little bit more, don't be afraid to add more white or dip your sponge onto the paint and just add a little bit more. I think we're almost there. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna put it to the side so it dries. Now I'm going to start with my jack-o'-lantern. Look at that. See how nice and orange it is? Now I'm gonna add a second coat of painting because I want it to be really orange, really bright, because jack-o'-lanterns are really bright and orange. There we go. Let's add a little bit more. Needs a little bit more here and there. Just a tad bit here. Look how bright and pretty it looks. Oh, I can't wait to paint the jack-o'-lantern face. All right, here we go. Twist it around. And just a little bit more. All right, how's everyone doing with their painting, huh? How's their jack-o'-lantern coming out? Is it bright orange? How fun is this? Now, it's okay if you get paint on your hands. Don't worry about it. You can wash it later, or wash your hands later. All right, here we go. Just a tad bit more. Almost there, guys. Now I'll put it to the side, and we're going to let it dry. So, the next one is Frankenstein. All right. He needs a little bit more green because I want him to have bright green yellow all around. There we go. All right. Now remember, you want to make every part of it green. So if you see any parts that just need a little bit more, don't be shy about getting more paint and adding more. Just don't do too much because then it'll take forever to dry. But just enough. Okay. Almost there. There we go. Almost. All right. And now for the last one. Let's let our Frankenstein dry up and we can start on our monster. So he already's pretty blue, but I just want to add a little bit more. Look at that. Yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. All right. Now we have our ghost. It's dry. Put it to the side. So now we're going to add the face. So you want to grab the tip of your Q-tip, dip it onto the black paint, and just get just enough. We're going, not too little, but just enough where we can draw a nice peanut size googly eyes. We have to figure out where we're going to put it. So I'm going to pick kind of a little, not in the center, but I'm going to make like a circle peanut looking face, not face, eyes. And I'm going to make it round. So it doesn't matter. If you want to make it small, that's fine. I suggest making it pretty big like mine. See how big and black it is? So we're going to add googly eyes in the center of it. Or center bottom. Okay. So now I'm going to do the next eye. So, and it doesn't have to be a big circle. As you can see, look how different my eyes are. They're not perfectly circled. They're, like I said, they're kind of like a different shape. And now I'm going to add the mouth. See how it's round, but it's not perfect. Have fun with it. Oh, look at that. Doesn't it look scary? Ooh, my ghost is talking. Ooh, look at that. He's talking. I'm going to scare you guys. Okay. It's good to have fun with while you're making art. All right, now we're going to start with the jack-o'-lantern. I'm going to look for the areas that are dry. So that's why I'm tapping it to make sure it's dry. Pick a side that you would want to draw the face. So this is going to be the side I choose. Now, I'm going to dip my Q-tip and draw a triangle outline. And then I'm going to paint it inside. And that's his first eye. Now I'm going to draw another eye. And it's going to be a triangle. I'm going to outline and then paint it and fill it in with black paint. And now, oh, we got a few more things. I need to make it just look more triangular. There we go. Now we're going to do the nose. It's going to be an upside down triangle. Fill it in. If you guys want to create the same way of the eyes, that's okay. Now, what you're going to do with the mouth is you're going to draw a smile. Make a nice, thick, black smile. If you want to leave it like that, that's fine. But I want to add goofy teeth, so I'm going to go up in the middle and add like a square bottom. So the little square, fill it in. See that? And then add another teeth. There we go. All right. And then to the sides. That's my jack-o'-lantern. Ooh, I love it. Look, it looks so good. If you want to add another face to the back, go ahead. You don't have to. So I decided that we're going to add a face to the other side. So that way you guys can see what it looks like. All right, so here we go again. I'm going to do upside down triangles for eyes this time. Now we're going to work on the second eyes. There we go, upside down. Now we're going to add upside down nose triangle. It's looking good. And this time I'm going to draw a sad face. Oh, I'm going to have a sad jack-o'-lantern. So I'm adding teeth to the top and bottom. All right, here we go. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. There we go. I'm liking it. So there's my said jack-o'-lantern. He's got 2 teeth at the top. Let me make that a little thicker. And there we go. I'm liking it. So we have a sad and happy jack-o'-lantern. So now let's get started with Frankenstein. I'm going to use the same Q-tip and I'm going to paint around, all the way around his head. And you only need a little bit. You don't need to add a thick line. If you want to make it thick, that's fine. Go right ahead. That's up to you. It's your monster roll. So now what I'm going to do is I want to paint the other side, so I have to adjust the roll. And there we go. I'm adding black all the way around. See? All the way. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you'll see why. We're going to add hair. So see? Look at that. We're going to paint downwards to kind of give Frankenstein bangs or hair. And, you know, he has a flat head. He doesn't have a round head like we do. So there we go. And I think our little bangs help that. Oh, I love Frankenstein. Who's going to be Frankenstein for this Halloween? What sound does Frankenstein make? Does anybody know? I don't know if he can make noise. He talks a little, but it's kind of funny. So I'm going to get 3 eyes for my monster. I'm going to get my monster. I'm going to use my Q-tip. I'm going to get a different Q-tip, okay? I'm going to add a little bit of blue. If you have enough blue, then don't add blue. Press it gently and tap it. Do the same thing for the other 2 eyes. You're going to grab your whichever size eye you want and add blue paint. And it's up to you. If you don't want to use blue paint and you want to be creative and use other paints, go ahead and do that too. It's your art project, and the way it's going to turn out is going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. Okay. So make sure that you gently, very gently, tap the eyes to make sure it stays. So we have one more. Grab your Q-tip and add it onto your googly eye. Here's the last one. And now I'm going to do the same thing. Place it on the toilet paper roll, and now I have 3 googly eyes. There is my 3-eyed monster. Now I'm going to create his face. I'm going to grab my Q-tip with black paint, dip a little bit, and I'm going to add the nose. And now I'm going to create his mouth at a straight line, and then I'm going to add little sharp teeth. Ooh, look at that. 3 teeth. Maybe I should add 1 more. Yes. And if you want, you can add another one. There we go. Make it thicker on the sides. And add a little curl to the top. That's if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. I do. It's my monster. All right. So the next monster roll is Frankenstein. So I'm going to get a clean Q-tip. I'm going to use a little bit of my green yellow. Add it to my googly eyes. There. Dip a little bit more, because I really want to make sure it gets on there. Don't get too much paint on it, otherwise it's going to be hard to put on. There you go. Lightly tap it. Oh, there's one eye. Now I got to do the other eye. So I'm going to do the same thing I did to the first eye. Grab my green yellow, add some more paint, and there we go. All right. Here. There you go. You press it on. So now I'm going to use my black Q-tip. Oops, got a little blue on there. Let's roll it off. Add the nose. There's his little nose. And I want to have my Frankenstein smile. He's going to be my friendly green Frankenstein. Yes. Doesn't he look great? We are going to add googly eyes to the ghost. If you want to leave your ghost without googly eyes, that's quite all right. But I'm going to add googly eyes because it makes it look cool and fun. Trying to figure out what size I want. I want large, small, and medium. Okay, we're going to set those eyes for something else. So you're going to add some black paint to your googly eyes, because his eyes on the toilet paper roll are black, right? So here we go. You can put it wherever you want. In the middle, at the bottom. You can have him have sideways eyes, whatever you want. All right, last one. Yay, here we go. We're almost there, guys. How is your ghost looking? All right. Last eye, tap a little, make sure. Woo! My ghost is floating. He can't wait to get his streamers on. Look! Our jack-o'-lantern, ghost, and Frankenstein, and our three-eyed monsters. They are almost complete, guys. You guys are doing great. All right. So now we are going to get ready to add streamers, and we also have to hole punch and add the strings so they can hang. All right, so get all of your stuff ready. All right, so we're going to hole punch our monster rolls. If at any time you have a hard time, please press pause and ask a grown-up to help you. So grab your hole punch. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 rolls. So you're going to hole punch 2 holes on each of your monster rolls. Okay, so let's start with our three-eyed monster. We're going to put our fingers underneath, and then on one side you're going to hole punch. And look at that. And on the other side you're going to do the same exact thing. Now remember, if this is too hard for you, you can put pause and ask a grown-up to come and help you. All right, so now we have 2 holes for the monster roll. So let's do Frankenstein. We're going to hole punch one side. Now we're going to move on to the next. Here we go. Awesome. All right. So you have to do the same for the jack-o'-lantern and the ghost. So put pause and get started. Now add the yarn onto our monster rolls. Tie it up. So let's try to tie this one end. There we go. Almost in. Thanks. Getting a little sticky because I have a lot of paint on my hand. That's okay. I got this. All right, here we go. Voila. We tied one end. And now we're going to do the other side. So just grab the end, insert it in. Oh, you got to twist it a little bit. Sometimes that happens with yarn. And you tie it around. There we go, almost there. And you can just kind of put the ends inside so it doesn't stick out. And there we go, we have our monster. Rah, 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 rah. Monster, three-eyed monster. Yes, we're almost there, guys. So now we're going to do that for the rest of our monster rolls. So put pause and get started on it. All right, so now once you have completed tying all of your strings for every monster roll, we are now going to be ready to add the last part, the last piece for each monster roll. So we're going to get our Q-tip, get that ready. We're going to use black paint, so that's, if you need extra black paint, add some. So grab your Q-tips, add it onto the end of your streamer. See, just add the paint. Don't add too much, just enough though, and it's going to be like glue. So we're going to put it under, we're going to put the wet part under and glue it onto the side of the jack-o'-lantern. You're only going to add 3 streamers for each monster roll. So we're going to place it down. We're going to grab one more, add paint. Here we go. Just enough, and add it to the opposite side. So now you have 2 streamers. You only need one more. So you could either put it in the front or the back of, inside the back of the monster roll. So grab your Q-tip with black paint, add a little paint at the end, and get ready. Now, I'm going to choose the front. See how I did that? I tapped it inside, make sure, and voila! I got my spooktacular jack-o'-lantern. Play with it, you guys. It's yours. Be proud of what you made. Yes. Okay. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, Halloween. Let's start with monster. Let's see. Actually, I'm not going to do the 3-eyed monster. I'm going to show you the ghosts. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to add black paint to the ends. And I think that's enough, almost. And you're going to add it underneath. See how I did that? Underneath and front. I kind of twist it to the side because I want it to be on the side. It's a little easier that way. Now I'm going to grab my other white piece and add my paint. How are you guys doing? Doing all right here? All right, now we're going to tap it in. I put it in the front. Now I'm going to add one in the back, inside my ghost. See the empty part? I'm going to add my little black paint, a little bit here and there. Oh, just a little bit more. I'm so excited, you guys, to show you my floating ghost. Remember, you guys can hang this on a tree for decorations outside or in the house. All right, let's see how it looks. Now it is done. Our ghost is done. Woo! Happy Halloween! Look at that. So fun. All right, I'm going to set it aside next to my jack-o'-lantern. So right now you guys can put pause and do the same thing for your monster and your Frankenstein. All right. All right, kids. So now that we're done with our monster rolls, here are some ideas. You can hang them on a string and hang them in your room, or you can put them on trees as a decor, a Halloween decoration. So if you guys had a lot of fun creating your monster rolls, please subscribe and click at the bottom and subscribe to our YouTube channels for Our Time with Flory. I hope that you guys have a spooktacular Halloween!